Okay, so we have set up the list of lower class boundaries, and we needed the list of upper class boundaries in order to calculate the midpoint column. So we kind of have everything that we need to start developing this histogram. Now, this table we don't have to create. Microsoft Excel is going to do that for us. So now it's time to go to the data menu, click on data analysis all the way to the right. And, there's a lot of analysis tools we can use. You can look at those at your leisure, but the one that we want is histogram. So click on histogram and choose OK. Okay, so what we've got is this is data left over from that previous histogram that I made. So let me go ahead and kind of cancel all that out so that you can see something that looks a little bit more closer to what you've got. And actually, this is probably what you're seeing. So one of the things you want to first do is go ahead and turn labels on, turn output range on, and put chart output. These others you don't want on, so leave those unchecked. Okay, so here in this histogram window, it's saying input range. So what's input range? Well, input range is your actual data. So what we're going to do is click on this little icon, which looks like a horizontal line with an arrow going up. And then that's going to allow us to move around our spreadsheet and select our data. So the data that I want to make a histogram of is going to be all of this height data. So I'm not going to choose the actual label here, this first row, but everything down below it. And as I move my cursor off the screen or off the sheet, it auto scrolls down. I'm just holding the left mouse button down until I get to the very bottom. It should be there. And when I get to the bottom, now I can let off. And you'll see over here on the right, this is how Microsoft Excel selects a range. So starting at cell E2, grab everything from E2 to E242. And so column E, row 2, all the way down to row 242. That's what this selection is. And you can see between E2 and E242, there's a little colon. So that colon means everything in between. And so now that we've selected all of that, we can click this button here in the histogram window, and it'll bring us back. And so now we've got the input range entered. Okay, next for bin range. Okay, remember bin is Microsoft's Excel word for class. What this bin range is referring to is it's referring to the lower class boundary. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this button again, and then we're going to select our lower class boundaries like this. And then click this button a second time. And so now it's this list of lower class boundaries going from U27 to U35. So here, it should be U27, which is here, to U35, which is here. Okay, so U27 to U35. Now, output range is simply the cell where this table is going to start. So what we're going to do is we're just going to select this cell right here. Oops, I just screwed that up. Can I undo that? Yes. All right, let me click out of that so I don't mess that up there. Okay, so for output range, I can click this icon, and then I can click right here, and that's all I need. Close that. And that's all you need to do. We've got the input range, we've got the bin range, labels are checked, output range we just put in there, and chart output. And now as we click OK, you can see it created this table, and it started where we had the output that we just selected. And here's our histogram. So you can see this histogram, with the way that it's formatted, looks radically different from that. But that's going to be in the steps to follow. I'll kind of show you how to change this default formatting from Microsoft Excel into something a lot more intentional and much more presentable.